Occasionally, he thinks there's a funnier bit, and he'll give a bigger laugh. A nice big laugh. It's all just to keep the flow going, so that he doesn't get upset. And the other thing is that his clowny kind of comedy show, he's only a sort of gentle clowny comedian. He's not one of these big macho stand-ups. So don't heckle him. It'll put him off, and he gets upset. Change under a towel. And I'm going to demonstrate the art of changing under a towel, which has been lost. In case any flesh got revealed, not that there was any flesh in Ireland in the 1950s, just to guard against that. While I'm doing this, I could tell you about another thing that we did in Ireland in the 1950s, was to go with my dad every Easter Monday to see the military parade. And you knew the military parade was coming to an end, because you could hear, first of all, the soldiers marching, then with the little armoured cars, and the aircraft flying overhead, and then you knew the end of the parade was getting nearer, because you could hear this whistling sound, a loud whistling, like a wall of sound, getting ever closer. And that was the end of the parade, because at the end of the parade there were the women of the Civil Defence Corps were marching behind the army in their black skirts and their uniforms, black skirts, and all the men, my dad didn't do it, but all of the men were whistling at them, wolf whistling. So I was suggesting that if I do make a mistake and any flesh gets revealed, you could...
Yeah, we see so.
Yeah. You could let me know by wolf whistle.
That's a wolf whistle.
I'll try to correct it.
I can't whistle, otherwise I would.
Yes. The other thing about Ireland in the 1950s was reading storybooks. I used to read a story. Oh God. The storybook I had, the story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and I used to read that. The story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin was that Hamelin was a town in Germany, being overrun by rats and mice, and the Pied Piper turned up and oh God. He turned up and he said that the mayor said we were overrun by rats and mice. I'll give you some enormous amount of money, gold and silver, to get rid of the rats and mice. And the Pied Piper said yes. And he took out his pipe and he played a tune, and all the rats and mice ran into the river and drowned. And then there were no more rats and mice, and the people were very happy. But the mayor said, "Oh, I was only joking about money." The mayor said, "I was only joking about the money." So the Pied Piper got out his pipe, a different pipe, a fife. When I was a little boy, I didn't know what a fife was, but he got out a fife and he played a different tune. And he brought all the children of the town followed him. And they all walked up to the mountains, and all but one disappeared into the mountains through a portal. I didn't know what a portal was either. And this little boy said that he hadn't been able to keep up with all the other children, and he saw them disappearing into the mountain. And there was a magical land, and they were all happy and playing games in this magical land. And he wasn't able to go in. He came back. And I used to always think that little boy I was like that little boy. But here I am behind the portal anyway. So yeah, good. Pied Piper Town.
On one leg.
Huh?
On one leg.
No.
Oh. We should practice that.
Yeah. Indeed. And it's not just something that cigarette smoking. cigarette smoking in the 23rd century or whatever it is in Avatar. The biologist smoking cigarettes all the time, and definitely product placement. And I say that when I'm glad there's no product placement in comedy, because the day product placement arrives in comedy is the day I will hang up my Superglide Ultra Smooth Rollerball biro pen designed by Eric Krause and put away my pocket pad 192 page high quality jotter, and I will take up knitting. There you go. Yes, I do have a confession to make. I'm going to live in the basement and have food delivered down there. I'll never again see the sun up above. I'll come up at night for fresh air. I'll get a long beard and some whiskers, and a long coat right down to my feet. I'll have earmuffs to hide from the whispers they see me around in the street. Changing my name by deed poll, telling people I've gone to Japan. I'm changing my numbers and emails and all. You'll never hear from me again. Why am I going to disappear? Run away over the hills? I haven't committed a hideous crime. This is the cause of my ills. I farted during the Zoom call. I thought the mic was on mute. The green line around me showed them all that I had gone root to toot. I'm going to live in the basement, have food delivered down there. I'll never again see the sun up above. I'll come out at night for fresh air. All right, got a round of applause for putting on my shirt. I'm looking now for a round of applause for changing my shoes. And I shall finish off my little attempt at stand-up as well. At the same time, yes, you know when you get a message on Facebook and WhatsApp? Yes. So the first thing about them is they're entirely voluntary. You put up your you put on your you put on your status on Facebook, and then you say, "Oh, I'm feeling good today," or "Oh, I'm feeling shit today." Well, I tell you that it's coming. The time is coming when Facebook will be compulsory, and you will look at Facebook in the morning and it will say, "Oh, feel good," and you'll be glad because you have to feel good all day. And if it tells you you're feeling shit, you'll be feeling shit all day. And my Fitbit, it tells the Chinese government how much I sleep and everything. In a few years' time, that's going to be compulsory as well. And and I really do think that Facebook has gone too far with this idea of trademarking, copyrighting the letter F. You have to pay Facebook at any time you're writing for money. You use the letter F. Mark Zuckerberg, the inventor of Facebook, has copyrighted it. And to that, I can only say, up you, Zuckerberg, up you. But there you go.